What's up, everybody? It's your boy Q. You know who, back baby, with another video. Thank y'all for kicking it with your boy Q today. I just did my intro. This guy was just looking at me like, bro, what is this guy doing? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video, man. I am doing Vlogmas. We still grinding and grinding. I'm not sure what day I am. Go back and watch some other Vlogmas videos, guys. It's where I post a video every day for the month of December all the way up until Christmas. So there's 25 videos for you. So we try to make it do what it do. So somebody made a suggestion like, hey bro, you should do a video about all your mods you've done and like what's been your favorite and what's your least favorite and things like that, right? I'm not gonna talk about everything I got them from. I did a whole video now already, where I got stuff from, how much I paid, just to really talk about the mods. Yeah, let's start from the front and work our way back. Of course, the headlights are aftermarket headlights, guys. Those are Anzo switchback headlights, have an XLT trim, so I didn't have any LEDs. And so yeah, these are basically the LEDs, get you the white strip right there. And you turn your signal light on, they give you that amber flash right there, as you can see. So, you know, pretty cool. It has the Raptor look for sure, but completely changed the way the truck look up front. A lot more mean, a lot aggressive. You know, you can see right there. Looks very, very good. Make the truck look very good. I actually have swapped my grill twice now. I had the XLT grill that comes with the XLT Sport Edition. I then ran the Raptor grill that y'all probably very familiar with. Had that for years, like 2 or 3 years, and I recently switched to just a Lariat all black gloss grill, of course with the emblem all black as well. So got that from my guy Sunset Retros. Y'all definitely go check them out, man. Do great work. They do grills. I mean, they do emblems on the side emblems. They do tail lights. They do everything. Definitely go check them out, guys. Great stuff. Staying with the front here, all bulbs have been converted to LED. So my fog lights are LED from Last Fit. My headlights from the LED bulbs inside the Anzo are aftermarket LEDs. The Anzo do not come with LEDs, guys. I get that question all the time. You need the H7 LED bulb. I just got a generic brand off Amazon. Tons of them out there. Just look at the reviews. Here, moving down, I did get the 22-inch ox beam light bar added to the grill here, as y'all can see. Get a lot of questions about that lately. But yeah, it was a great light bar. Like I said, it's 22 inches, nothing crazy. Does a good job. I've used it sometimes on back roads, and yeah, it comes through, does the job, does pretty good. Staying here with the exterior of the truck, I did add the Rooney bullet antenna as opposed to the old factory antenna. It's actually holding up pretty good. It's starting to fade a little bit on me now, but I had this for like 2 years, so it's holding up pretty good. I'm in Texas, a lot of heat and a lot of direct sunlight, so yeah, but it's holding up pretty well. Got the F150 XLT red and black emblems. Got those from eBay as well, and actually the red is not the same as the ruby red in my truck, but I actually think this makes it pop more. It actually looks better. It brings it out of the truck more. Would have been like the race red. Moving along to the tint, I did get the windows tinted as well. Long story short, I'm actually at, this is 5% now on this side. I had 20, 30 on top of factory, and then I put 20 on top of the 30. Somebody broke into my window on this side, so now this is 5% up here in the front, just 5%, and this right here is 20% over, or 5% over here too, something like that. This side is darker than my driver's side for sure, because when they broke into this side, I tried to match the other side best I could. But over there, I should be 30 on top of factory and then 20 on top of that. So that's the tint. Of course, I gotta get the whole Kicking It With Q and my YouTube right there. And guys, a lot of people say, oh, guys who do that stuff is so stupid. It's free marketing advertising. When I drive my truck, I can probably gain a subscriber or a follower. That's what it's for. Moving along to the rear, I did debadge and remove. I had the 4x4 sticker there. I debadged that and removed it. I also removed the EcoBoost sticker, EcoBoost emblem I had down there. Took that off. I now have the OEM LED taillights that you can see there with the light up strip on the side. I did add this bezel on the black outside, just get a little more pop. And there's an issue with that one over there. There's a hole in it, so that's why I added the bezel to cover the hole on that side. Go back and watch the previous video I just did, or everything around my truck. I talked about that. Here on the rear, I added, this is not an emblem. This is actually just a sticker. It's an overlay sticker, guys, that I got off eBay. It just lays over the factory sticker instead of replacing the whole thing. So you might like it, you might not. You know, it is what it is. Also back here, LED bulbs have all been done. LED here, LED there. Reverse lights LED in my cargo bed LED as well. The bed cover, spray and bed liner, the bed liner was already in the truck when I bought it. I also replaced this, and this one actually faded pretty bad now when I look at it, but I replaced that as well. It was the chrome, I replaced it with black and red. Also here, work for a sticker, you know, because it took me a long time, like it took me like 6 years to get this truck and everything, so I worked for it to get where it's at. Also moving on to here, I added the carbon fiber cover here, y'all can see there. Got this from Amazon, but looks very well, holding up so fine so far. It looks pretty good, man. You know, little detail on the outside. Moving along to the suspension, the tire and wheel setup suspension, you probably really want to know about that. I did buy my truck already lifted from a dealership in Fort Worth, Texas called Neck Direct Auto Sales. They basically take like lease trade-ins, put a brand new lift kit on them, and new wheels and tires. So when I bought the truck, it was on a 6-inch lift. It still kind of is on a 6-inch lift. It was on 35 by 12.5 by 20-inch wheels. I have completely got rid of those, and now I'm on 37s by 24 by 12. TIS wheels, 547 Nitto Ridge grapplers. Now I am up to about a 7-inch lift, and how I did that is I added the Rough Country Vortex coilovers, as y'all can see right there. With the coilovers, once you add them, it automatically brings the front end of the truck up, and then I adjusted them an inch higher, so about 7.5 inches of lift now. I also added the BDS upper control arms, as y'all can see right there. Got rid of the factory ones. They're great. That whole package, when I added the control arms and the coilover guys, completely changed the ride of the truck. Truck rides so much smoother now since I've added the Vortex coilovers and BDS up control arms. Complete night and day difference. Moving on to the rear, I had the Rough Country N3 shocks. I did swap those out for the Fox 2.0 Performance Shock Series. At the time when I got those, I didn't know Rough Country made the Vortex shocks in the rear like they did the front. I had no idea, so that's why I got the Fox. But now that I know that, I might get the Vortex shocks in the rear too. I'm not sure, adjustable shocks in the rear, not sure yet. I do like the Fox, you know, they're pretty good. They look good on the truck, you know. So yeah, that's pretty it for the suspension part. I think I also did this there. I got the little red emblem, so I didn't paint my crossmember red. There's something Rough Country sells, and actually it's just a little piece of plastic that you just put up behind there. I did a video on it, put a car right there so y'all can go see it. Moving on to the back here, I do want to show y'all something. This 2015 truck, it didn't come with the tailgate. Still basically just crashed down and you open like boom. So I did add the DZ tailgate assist. So basically what happens is when I open it, you get that slow feature, and it's basically this little device right here, DZ tailgate assist, guys. And it's super cheap. It's like 20 bucks from Amazon, and I definitely recommend everybody get it. Now it doesn't help going up. You still have to manually lift it up and put it, you know, unlike the newer trucks. But yeah, that thing is great. 20 bucks. It's easy to install. It takes about like 10 minutes. So I did add that to the rear, and I love it. That was a great addition as well. I'm into the interior now. Let's make our way there. So in the interior, not too much done. First thing you're probably gonna see is the cat skin leather seats. Yes, I did add cat skins leather seats, as you can see here. As you know, like I said, I have the XLTs. They do not come with leather seats, so yeah, added them. Did a video on that. You can go back and watch it. There you go. See, boom, great. Love these. Love the cat skin leather seat. Completely changed the way my truck felt on the interior, guys. While I'm standing here, what's caught my eye, I did go back and add these carbon fiber inserts here. So I got carbon there, carbon on the steering wheel. I added carbon right there, and also these red knobs here, as you can see there, add a nice touch to the interior of the truck. And I also added some carbon here, right there. I know you can get carbon, guys, for all this up in here. You can add carbon there and all that. I didn't want to overkill with the carbon, so you know, I kind of left it as is. That's it. Those are the carbon pieces. Look really good. Like the red knobs, add a nice touch to it. Moving down to the floor, I do got some mats, some aftermarket mats. These are Lost Fit floor mats. They're one of the sponsors of the channel, so thank you, Lost Fit. These are great mats. You can see how dirty they are, but they're super easy to clean, but they're super flush. They fit super well. I had them now for almost 1.5 years, and they have held up great. No regrets with them. Great mat. Also, I got these carbon mat inserts here. They're through the whole truck, as you can see here. They're actually in my cup holders here, cup holders there, and they're through the whole truck into all the areas, guys. So just some red and black to go with the theme of the truck, you know. This is how I control my light bar with the switch right here. There's my light bar switch. I forgot about this. I actually have rock lights on my trucks as well. On my truck as well. Ugh, I'm getting tongue-tied. I have rock lights. I have what, 12, 14 on here. 2 each wheel well, and then 4 under the cab here. So like 14, 12, that's 12, I think. So 12 rock lights. I also recently added one of my favorite mods, and you probably see the switches right there, and that's going to be my horn blasters. I added horn blasters to the truck as well. I'm gonna show y'all back here. There they are, big baby, you feel me? So that's probably one of my favorite mods I've done. I love that freaking thing, man. It's so fun to blow that dang horn. It's so freaking loud. But back to the interior, I also have added a 8-inch JL Audio micro woofer sub type things, like VW3. Again, I did a video on that, guys. It's not much. It's a little bump. Honestly, I think I should have went dual 8s or a 10, but it sounds pretty good for an 8-inch sub, to be honest with you. And I have that combined with the Pioneer like D class amplifiers. Y'all can see there. Got that from Amazon. So I'm not really, I didn't plug this up myself, guys. So I did a video on all this. Just go back and check them out. Last thing on the interior, I added these lights from GoV. So y'all can see down here, they're light up. Yep, they're through the whole truck. They're over there. I also have them up front. I'll show y'all. It's a good little vibe at nighttime, you know, with the wife and all that. Not sure if y'all can see. There they go. They're up front there. So that's basically underneath there, guys. So yeah, it's a good, you can change the colors in millions of colors and things like that. So it's a good vibe at nighttime. More carbon right here, carbon fiber right there, as y'all can see. What else I did in here? That's pretty much it for the interior. I don't really think I did anything else interior wise. I am thinking about going to Sync 3 as well for my head unit. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, last but not least, of course, yes, I added the amp power steps as well, as y'all just saw there, which were definitely needed. Once I added the bigger wheels, the 37s, and lifted the front end up, I definitely needed those steps because the truck was a lot taller, made it a lot harder for me and the wife to get in and out of. So yeah, these steps definitely are worth the purchase. They're expensive, but worth it. Forgot to mention that the truck is tuned by MPT Performance. I have a 3.5 EcoBoost, and MPT claims about 100 extra horsepower and like 90 or 100 pound-feet of torque increase. Whatever the numbers are, I can tell you it's a lie. I haven't dynoed it and probably won't dyno it with this setup, but the truck is so much faster than it was with the stock. That tune, the tune MPT put on this truck is freaking amazing. So shout out to MPT. The tune is ridiculous. I don't have a cold air intake, I got a stock intake. Oh, also I do have the, show y'all, I guess. I do have the JLT catch can on here as well. There it is. Y'all can see right there. My engine bay is freaking filthy, bro. JLT catch can, added that in there. And that's it. I don't have a stock intake. But you can see how much stuff I got hooked up to my freaking battery, bro. A lot of stuff hooked up to this battery. I think that's all the mods, man, I could name and think of. Now, out of all of them, like I said, which one's my least favorite? It's hard to say because I picked everything on the truck that I wanted. So of course, I like everything I picked. But the one right now that's giving me the biggest pain in the butt is this freaking Anzo headlight. These right here, guys. These are giving me the biggest pain in the butt, because it's mainly just this one. This has been 100% fine. It's this one right here, the switchback stopped working. The bulb went out on this one, and now a bulb has gone out on that one. So in replacing these bulbs on these freaking trucks, guys, and Ford, is not easy. It's a pain in the butt to get in there and take those out. So that's the only one that's kind of, I love them, love the way they look, but it's the only one that I'm thinking about taking off. Maybe get some more motos, because with the more motos, you don't have to replace bulbs. That's the one that's probably my biggest headache. I ain't gonna say least favorite, because I love it. I love the way they look. They've been great to me so far, but they're starting to just show their age. No moisture or nothing. It's just replacing the bulbs is a pain in the butt, really. And this freaking switchback on this side just don't want to cooperate. I have no issue with that one, but this one right here just always giving me problems. So, whew, the tire, I ran through that pretty quick. Hopefully y'all was able to keep up. That's it. That's all I got. Your boy Q. We'll catch y'all next video, baby. Peace.